Hello everyone, Jonas here, and this is your daily dose of Python. Today, we're going to go over OS navigation and file manipulation within a Unix-like operating system. For this tutorial, I am using FreeBSD 13.1. If you haven't checked out part 1 of this tutorial, please go down to the description below and click on the link for part 1, Setting Up Python Dev Environment. Let's get started. Let's check our present working directory by running the pwd command. We are currently in the jigs users home directory. Let's go ahead and list the contents of this directory using the ls command, and we'll format it in long format with a -l flag. As we see here, we get a listing of the subdirectories along with valuable information like the folder permissions, the user owner, the owner group membership, as well as the creation date and file size of the directories. To change directory, we could issue the command cd followed by the directory name we want to change to. In this case, I want to change directory to python_tutorial folder. Run pwd to verify that the cd command completed successfully. To traverse up and down directories within Unix or Linux, we could use the cd command. If we want to traverse back, we could use two dots to jump back one folder higher. This should bring us back to our jigs home folder. If we want to traverse two folders up, cd, two dots, / followed by two dots. Each pair of dots represents the folder level you want to jump to. pwd, and we should be in our root folder. The tilde sign is a shortcut to our home directory. If we echo tilde, that should give us /home/jigs. Since this is a shortcut symbol, we could use this to change directory. cd tilde, that should give us back to our /home/jigs directory. We could also change directory to use the shortcut and change directory to our Python tutorial folder by using this format. Let's list the contents of this directory. Now, let's create a test directory named test. To do that, we'll use the mkdir or make directory followed by the directory name we want to create. As we see here, our test folder is created and there's nothing in there, so the total item count is 0. Let's create a subfolder under our test folder. We'll have to add the -p command and then our parent folder / the subfolder name. I'm going to call it sub1. And we have this subfolder created. Let's change directory to the sub1 directory. There's no items here, so the total count is 0. Let's go ahead and create files. There are multiple ways to do this within Unix or Linux. For text-based editing, we could use nano, vi, or other text editors per user's reference. In this case, I'm going to use nano. I'll add a -c so it gives me the line number, the column count, as well as the character count of the file that is created. I'm going to name this test1.txt. I'm going to type, this is a test line. This is another test line. As we see here in the bottom, we have two lines with 26 columns and 45 characters. Let's go ahead and save this file. Control O to save and remain in the text editor. Control X will X out of that. If we list the contents, we now have our test1.txt file here. Let's cat out the contents of this file to our terminal by using the cat command. And as we see here, we have successfully created the file, edited it, and cat out its contents. Another famous file editor is VI. To create a file, we'll just use VI followed by the file name, test.2text. To go into edit mode, we have to hit the letter I on the keyboard for insert. Now we are in edit mode or insert mode. This is a VI line test. This is another VI line test. Alright. If you are using VI and you want to know what lines the code you want to look at, we could hit escape, colon, and then set number. This will give us the line number of each line. In this case, we have line 1 here, indicated by number 1, and line 2 indicated by number 2. To save this file, we'll hit escape, colon, W for write, Q for quit, followed by an exclamation mark. And it gives us this little message here that a new file was created with 2 lines and 52 characters. Let's list the contents of this directory, and we see here we do have our test2, the text file that was created using VI earlier. We'll cat out the contents of test2, the text file, using the cat command, and we have successfully displayed the contents of that file in our terminal session. Alright, let's go ahead and proceed with this file manipulation part by creating another file. I'll just say nano-c, and then I'm going to create a file called hello world. For creating Python scripts, we need to put the Python interpreter path within the script, and that is at the very first line of your script. We'll have to have a prefix, a hashtag or pound sign, followed by an exclamation mark, and then followed by the full path of your Python binary. In my particular case, is in user local bin Python, which was a symlink I created from the Python 3.9 binary, which is in the same directory. Again, that is found in part 1 of this tutorial, and the link to that video is in the description below. Alright, so now we have our Python interpreter set. We can then write our Python code here, and I'm just going to say hello world. And this will be our very first program for this tutorial. Very simple, yet very effective. Control O to save, Control X to X out. ls-l, we have our hello world here. Now if we run this hello world, we'll put ./hello world. This will not run because our file permissions here does not have executable permissions. If we run this, it will give us permission denied. To change this permissions and grant executable permissions and access, we need to use a chmod command followed by a +x for executable and followed by the file name. We'll list this, and as we see here, we now have the x or for executable in our permissions. If we run the same command again, this should print out hello world, which it did. Alright, now we know how to create a file, how to set the Python interpreter path, and how to make it an executable file. Let's now go on and see if we can rename this file. We can rename files using the mv or move command, followed by the original file name, and then followed by the new name, Hello Earth, in this test. We have our Hello Earth here, still same permissions. So if we run this Hello Earth, it will still give us the Hello World prompt. And there we go. Now that we have our files created, we would want to know how to delete files. We can delete files by using the rm command, followed by the file name. ls-l to verify, and we have successfully removed our Hello Earth file. We could also use wildcards to remove multiple files. We say rm test, and then I just want to remove any file that has test in the file name. So rm test and then asterisk ls-l, and now we have total of 0 because we've removed all the files within this directory. Let's go ahead and remove our test directory along with the subdirectory underneath it. Okay, we can remove directories by using the same rm command, and since we are removing a parent directory that has a subdirectory, we need to do a recursive search, and we can do this with a -r flag, and then we'll throw in the f flag for force, followed by the directory name. If we list our contents, we now successfully remove the test parent folder along with the sub1 subdirectory folder under the test parent folder. Alright, I hope you find this video helpful and allows you to navigate as well as create files and folders within your Unix or Linux operating system. If you do find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and help me build my channel by subscribing, by hitting the subscribe button, and also refer this video to your friends. And again, this is Jonas. Till next video, peace out.